Welcome to Globewatch with me, Charles Ebune, the first edition for the last month of the year. This period of the year is marked by joyous events, from concerts to music festivals and many more others across the world. This is a period where everybody wants to provide the best entertainment for his or her own children or for his or her own community in many nations across the world. My guest today has had the responsibilities over the years of organizing concerts and giant events across the world to provide entertainment to millions of individuals. So, what does it take to be part of that business world, especially in Africa? Rod On Jr., welcome to Globewatch.
Thank you, sir.
You are specialized in making sure that you take an artist from Ivory Coast to Cameroon, from Cameroon to the US. You just get up one morning and you start a business like that?
No, not at all. It's not that easy. It's not just like, okay, you move in one place to another one. Now, I think that, okay, I got a chance to be close to people that, okay, I learned from other people. I saw people act that way, move artists from one point to another point, and then from that point, I just launched myself. So it's not easy.
Do you need an organization to manage that?
Yes, of course. It's not a one-man show thing, you know. It's not a standing one-man show, somebody that's standing do a show by himself. No, you need a full team to do it. You know, you need a bunch of people to be around you to be able to manage it, depending on the levels of guests that you want to pull. If you taking, you know, Michael Jackson, just let's call it that way, and take him to one day it will be different that to take Beyonce, or it will be different that to take I don't know, Jay-Z, or to take Lady Pons to United States. You know, every guest comes with the whole different type of organizations.
About 6 months ago, you brought in Nigerian music stars P-Square to Cameroon. Just describe me the process of bringing people like that.
In fact, 6 months ago, that's when the show went up, you know, but we've been working behind closed door and behind everything for almost a year to get this guy to agree to come over. It started just by a phone call. You build up a concept, you call the manager and you say, sir, we may be interested about signing one of your artists. And then from that point, he will send us back all the conditions that we need, and then from the condition, we start to take piece by piece and say, okay, what do we start with? We sign them first as a contract, and then after the contract, what do we be doing? They be performing one song, 2 songs, 3 songs. Is it going to be a full band? Is it going to be just 2 guys coming together? It took us almost a full year to be able to manage and bring them here in Cameroon.
Sure, you said almost there is a long period of preparation for all of that to happen. I just want to inquire from you, for people to accept you to be part of their business, to bring them to Cameroon, you must be credible.
That's right.
What accounts for your credibility?
I've done a lot. I started in this industry almost in 1998, you know, in the US, and I started doing just videos. From videos I started managing artists and shooting music video with other one, and then from that point I started to go around concerts. You know, I work with few people from Puff Diddy to Missy Elliott, to Alicia Keys, and then going down to Paris, work with people like Pascal Obispo, Laurent Voulzy, Johnny Hallyday, those from France a little bit, and then from Africa, West Medical. I mean, the list is a little long a little bit. I mean, when you spend about 10 to 15 years in this industry, working in front and behind cameras, you know, you come across with a lot of people. That's only I can say.
You just said in your first few statements that it is very challenging, that it is a very risky business. Just tell me how difficult this business is.
Artists do have egos, and they act a certain way. It's not easy to see an artist that reach the top of the child and told him and said, listen, let's go inside Africa, let's go to Cameroon for a concert. You know, as more artists grew up and become popular, and that's how tough it is to approach him. You know? And that's one of the tough things to do, because if you want to bring here, I mean, just let's say you want to bring Rihanna. Rihanna, 10 years ago, was a little girl. I mean, she was a little girl from Barbados, and today she's a top star. She's an entity, you know. The whole set, you know, her name just means big, the whole world, you know. So when you approach her for a show, you know that, okay, you will be dealing with 100 and 200 people at different level of the game. You know, you got guys that will be acting as manager, tour manager, booking manager, and that is the race first. And now after that, because as she's performed, as she's touring the world, she's paying bills, she's paying pay stuff for a bunch of other people. Now, what happened is, okay, everybody cares about the babies. You know, it's like a cake. You know, you have to be, you know, when the kids bring you money, I mean, you have to protect that cake right there. That's where the risk started. You need to make sure that, okay, the concert that you call for is good, is secure, her security is being well done. You need to make sure that, okay, it won't be trend weather, and you need to make sure that, okay, the flight will be on time, because she's giving you just one shot. You know, it won't be 10 shows. It will be probably only one show out there. If you miss it, you know, your money is gone, and your reputation is also falling all the way in the ground. Those are a little bit some of the risks that, okay, I can count.
You claim to be organizing concerts from 1,000 to 50,000 people. The last one you held in Cameroon at the Amadou Ayejo Stadium was plus 40,000 people attending. That was a huge success. I have to say that, knowing the realities of Cameroonians when it comes to concert. When you bring people like that, there is a lot of finances involved in all this business. You claim equally that your concerts are between from $60,000, if my statistics are not wrong. And these are issues which have to do with money and insurance. Among the risks involved, let me be blunt to you. I don't wish that it happens. If there is a plane crash, an artist is shot, who bears the risk?
We don't wish that to happen first, you know. For 10 to 15 years I've been doing it, I didn't see a plane crash with an artist in, so I don't want it to happen today. But anyway, before you got involved,
there are circumstances beyond human control.
Right. That's right, definitely. So usually after you sign an artist, even before you sign it, you know, one thing you gotta do really quick is to run to an insurance company to make sure that, okay, the insurance company read over the contract, you know. As you say, there are a lot of things that, okay, we won't control, we can't control, but at least contract can, you know, you can set it up in the contract first to make sure that, okay, both parties are being protected, whatever happened there, you know. So as soon as you got, as I say, as soon as you got a contract, you run to your insurance, you call your lawyer. Usually those guys are very good for us because they make sure that, okay, all your interest and the interest of a client is also secure. So as soon as both two camps agree how they want us to move with the business, we go from there. But it's never 100% sure, never.
What do you think those who view your concerts, I'm sure you have social media networks, and when people watch them on television across the world, certainly they react to you. What do they tell you? Happy?
Most of the time, you know, I found people that are very happy. Also some people that are not, you know, you never satisfy everybody, as you know.
Amongst those who are not happy, what do they tell you that they are not happy with your job?
Usually it's like, okay, don't bring me that side again, you know. I mean, you know, it's not even my taste. It may be like, it's not my taste. It may be like, okay, listen, why you didn't stay longer? Why you didn't play like 20 or 40 songs?
Okay, one of them told me that people like you are international professional scammers. That you use artists to say that there will be a concert here because you know that people love them. At the end of the day, they turn up not coming because it was an arrangement between you people and the artists that, okay, we are going to use your poster that Davido will be coming to Cameroon, that T-Ping will be coming to Cameroon, and because people like them, they pay everything, and by the end of the day, they don't come, and they say consumer interests are not protected. What do you do with money of people who paid and their services were not rendered? You send it to a charity?
No. No, I'm not. I'm not signing a charity. In any work on the world, you know, even your own work, Charles, you know, there are always people that are not honest. You know, it's not only my work, you know. You can find guys that, okay, do not respect the rules of the game, the rules of the work, you know. But I'm not part of those who does that way. But yes, it's so difficult to call for an artist, to promote an artist, to advertise with an artist, and that artist doesn't show up. It affects your credibility. You know, I want to stay longer in this business, and my guys and my collaborator want to stay longer too. You have to explain it. It may happen, but usually it doesn't happen most often. Depending how the country is also built, based upon, I'm talking about war laws and condition. Yeah, you can't do that everywhere. You can't be walking in America and say, listen, I will do, I don't know, R. Kelly for a concert. A bunch of people pay for it, and then R. Kelly doesn't show up. It goes with the criteria of the business. It goes with the way how people feel. It also goes with how the country is being built, how we trust people. You know, people. I mean, in America, got pay for their concert for a month, 2 months, an event. Here, you call for a concert. I mean, you got pay for tickets the day of the concert. How are you going to deal with it? How can you manage something where, when you do your business plan, sometimes you count off that money, you know, tickets out, because it's one of your main entries of funds, tickets out. When you have, before you call for a concert, you say, listen, I have 100,000 tickets to sell, how much it costs? And you see how much you bring as a budget. And it's based upon that, okay, you see how much you pay the artist, how much you pay for logistics, how much we pay for travel, accommodation, and all that thing. But if not, you do your budget, you do your projections, and you don't have money or time, which most of the time happen in Africa, in some country in Africa, in other country in Africa. And then the day of the show, I mean, that's why you say 15,000, 100,000 people online ready to pay. How do you explain it? How do you justify the fact that, okay, you was counting on that money on people that didn't pay on time because you started to advertise early, but now that, okay, you're running low, you can't respect your contract because it goes per contract. Most of the time you will say it. When you sign a contract with an artist,
how are the booties or the benefits of these businesses being shared? Because there are so many partners involved. Finally, what do you earn at the end of the day? You have the artists to come, you have your sponsors, you have the media to deal with, you have this, you have the sleep in hotel rooms. This is a very, very expensive business. Sure, right?
That's right, that's right. But it depends also where you do it. I mean, from country to country, it's different setup.
Where did you get the highest benefits? Cameroon, Nigeria, United States of America, France?
America.
America.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the whole setup is of the industry is quite different from everywhere else. It's well built. They've been doing it for 100 and something years, so it's well built as far as, okay, when you call for a concert, you make sure that, okay, that concert will happen. You can.
One of your business outlets through which you organize all of this is Be Involved for the youth.
BIFT.
BIFT. Tell me, you'll be having surely more concerts, maybe in Cameroon, Chad, and other areas next year, 2015. How are you going to go about that?
I will do as usual.
Just tell me your future projects.
We are in Cameroon, you mean, right?
Yeah, sure. And even in Africa and in other parts of the world, you are free.
Yeah. In 2015, we're probably going to be doing about 4 to 5 major events like the one we did in Cameroon.
Can you describe them?
We carry BIFT, Being Involved for the Users. Today is an international concept, you know, socialized, social humanitarian concept out there. But we want to do it in different countries, not only in Cameroon this time. You know, we'll be doing another edition in February here during the youth celebrations. And then after that, we're working with...
Can I have an idea who will be the guest?
You're talking about the artist? It will be major. It will be a lot of top name. I mean, it will be a good name out there. I'd rather just...
I just want one for my audience.
For your audience? It will be me first. No, that's just a joke. Okay.
Top secret for the moment.
No, for the moment, I think that, okay, we'll let you know.
Okay.
We'll let you know very soon. But after February, we joining force with the African Union to do a top 50 in Gemini. It will be in May, 29th of May. There is, we believe that, okay, a lot of head of states of quite different countries of Africa come across for that concept for BIFT, and they believe that it's something that can connect with their own people, their own populations. Then after May, we're doing August here. We're coming back in Cameroon for another show in August. And in November, we're doing Kenya, and the same November, we're doing Ivory Coast, and we will be ending up in December the 1st in Johannesburg, in South Africa. Yeah. So it's taking us about 7 shows, what we call medium-sized show, worth between $115,000 to $1 million a show.
When you talk to some young people, they would tell you that people like you are used by politicians to feed them with a lot of music, with a lot of entertainment during strategic periods when they are supposed to be reflecting together with their leaders. You talk of February in Cameroon, it's National Youth Day. You are talking next in November, August, all the strategic periods of the year. Is that true?
No, I don't think so. I think that we're using entertainment just like how politicians use a speech. I mean, I don't believe that, okay, is returning youth away from politics doing that way. I mean, if you bring it back, you bring it back to Cameroon. I mean, if you don't do it in February, if you don't do it in August, how many other events you're doing per year here that can actually bring youth together? I don't think that, okay, is a lot. We're trying to look at the calendar of here, how many we got here. We don't have a lot. So if we do 2 a year, and then in the meantime, those kids, those youth adults out there will be involved with any other thing. In fact, we're using all your site to call some of those politicians to come with us, to come to talk to those guys, because you can connect both. You can connect social, humanitarian, and politics. All those things together to talk to youth. They need it, but give them something that, okay, they will feel connect with before. Don't call them with empty hand, with empty pocket, and then, with that something that, okay, they will they will feel happy about it. But give them something that they will love first, and when they love it, talk them about politics. Talk them to how to be involved into politics. Tell them how to do.
About 4 days ago, you were on BBC World News, Focus on Africa, with Sophie Ikenya to talk about your future projects. Amongst them is The Last Chapter and Tomorrow's Leaders. The Last Chapter is a movie you are directing because you are also a filmmaker. Just tell me your concept of Tomorrow's Leaders.
Today, with the world moving to globalizations, where you can do something here that nobody sees in America, or you can do something in America that nobody sees in Iran, there. I think that, okay, the tomorrow leaders would be more open. They will speed a lot of things, because with internet, with all the tools that we have, new technologies, I'm finding that, okay, new leaders will be more upgrade, more upspeed into things. It won't be dragging. A lot of things won't be dragging anymore. So if you ask me, like, okay, where is the good distribution have the new leaders? I would say young, speed, ready to go, and making a difference.
Is that reflected in your movie? I am yet to screen it. I am yet to see it. Is that fairly represented in The Last Chapter?
No, totally, because The Last Chapter is a story that takes place like in the 80s. It takes place in the 80s. I didn't really emphasize it in that movie.
What is the plot like?
As a writer, that he wrote a book that finally that book comes out with a bunch of nonsense revelations, and then he wakes up in the morning finding that, okay, it's not true what he wrote, inside to regret, and then the whole memory is going back. Why did I write it? Why did I get involved? Why this and why that? That is the story a little bit.
When I look at OnSpot Cameroon, which is the enterprises which manages all these businesses we are talking, you are talking of strategic communication in terms of marketing. Why do you think people should consult you and not go to others when it comes to event management?
I think that, okay, we have experience, we have history, we have a track record with that. You know, if you look at what we've done in the past, you know, you're probably going to give us a shot.
Do you have experience or you have useful experience?
No.
Because those are two different issues.
That's right.
So which one do you have?
We have experience.
You have useful experience, yes, or you have experience?
Well, we have both.
You have both.
Let's say it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, we have both. On Sport Cameroon is a branch, as you know, of On Sport United States. The company was created, the headquarters is based in the US. And On Sport Cameroon, we launched it in 2013. And we're doing, for 2 years, I think we're doing quite well. And if we cannot do something here, I know that, okay, all your branches all over the world, in France, in Canada, or in Japan, or Korea, will come together with us to help promoters, will help anyone that contact us to work with them for their image.
You do so many things at the same time. You direct movies, you write books, you are an event manager, you are a thinker at the same time. Certainly you don't have a focus in life.
No, I don't think so. Oh, no. I think that, okay, I've been blessed. I got a good team. I have a very good team.
You're a jack of all trades, master of none.
No, not at all. I'm being blessed, you know. Okay. It's not just me. I'm just probably just a face that you can see 1 or 2 times. But I have a fantastic, a wonderful team behind me. Even here, I got local staff here that upstate, and everything that I'm telling you right now, they just wrote it down on a paper sometimes, so that, okay, I can tell you that way. And back in the States or in France, I can be, you can be seeing me everywhere.
You do football, okay, especially in managing the NFL in France, the FFA, France Association of American Football, something of that nature. You are in nearly every discipline.
No,
how do you explain
my company.
That? I mean, your company.
Yeah.
And the brain behind that is you.
That's right. But the brain is me, but also there are a bunch of other people, you know, not only me. You can't do everything by yourself, only you. I mean, yes, that's right. We get involved, we're in sport, we are
music, you are there.
Yep. We are entertainment. We're an entertainment company first, you know, and when you call entertainment, is what? It's all that thing all together. Music, sport, movies, magazines. In fact, when you describe your company, it's movie, music, and magazines. And all the part that you just called out there is all included into that, you know.
You are part of those people a Cameroonian will simply refer to as highly connected individuals. Because to move these people from one end to another, you should have a lot of connections. You have worked with people like West Madiko. You have worked with many others. The 2010 Song of the World Cup in Africa, in South Africa, was managed by people like you. How stressful is it to work with stars?
Very, very stressful. Because it's like a day and night type of thing, you know. I mean, we belong to a day and they belong to a night. Because the whole perception and art is quite sometimes different than the way how you look at it. You know, he will see something that a light somewhere that you don't see. That's what makes them artists, and that's what makes them different, and that's what makes them also stressful for us producer. But if you manage to combine both together, you create an amazing piece for people to enjoy.
About 70% of the African population is made up of the young people. There are huge challenges. When you look at their social behavior, because you say you want to socialize them, do you think that the future is in good hands?
I think that, okay, we get into somewhere. We get into somewhere, but a lot of work needs to be done. You know, a lot of work needs to be done to. You got to educate those youth. You have to better guide them. And you have to...
I have the impression that you are very uncertain about their future. Are you suffering from uncertainty about their future?
I won't call that uncertainty.
How do you qualify that?
I would say that, okay, there are work to need to be done, you know. I'm sure that, okay, there are better days yet to come. That's fact. That's 100%. But if we don't guide them well, if we don't show them some good role models, you know, how do you think that, okay, they will reflect into something positive? You know, we have to stand up most of the time we have to talk to them.
If there is one thing you would tell them not to do, what will you tell them?
Not to do.
Yes.
Don't hate. Don't put the hate into things.
Filmmaker, film producer, event manager, and the other titles my audience will have. Rod On Jr., thanks very much for accepting to be guest on Globewatch.
Thank you, Charles. I appreciate you having you.
You're welcome.